Cat with a mouse says. Alright boys and girls. Let's break some trans-dimensional physics.
Alright, I think we're ready here. How's it going, Cat? I have no idea what I'm doing at the moment. We're just winging it tonight, I guess. But we're gonna find out what exactly I need to test out first. How's it going, really? Let's see, I've been working on the investigation system and I got some adventure templates to mess around with. And you get to see it right on the screen there. Actually, let's move this a little bit. Is everything sounding alright? I was having some issues right before I started the stream. My dang camera did not want to track my movements. Also, I just got food. So if you hear munching noises, that's what that is. That's my McDonald's. Why is this shit not centered?
Says, volume is good. Strange that tonight Twitch is lagging behind YouTube.
Really? Interesting. Something's kind of weird with my microphone setup. Hold up. Everything's at the wrong angles. Alright, let's see. I got some of my solo campaign guys here. I haven't really done anything with the solo campaign in a while. So we're gonna have to try and remember exactly what all these people have going for them. And I guess we can just jump right in with a wilderness rescue template here. I think I'm already kind of set up for that. I've been playing around with the investigation rules because I wanted to get them kind of polished up to the degree that the combat rules were, which is kind of challenging because they're a little more reliant on like situations and stuff and the role-playing side of things, so it's a little, you have to kind of use your imagination a little bit more. The thing I'm thinking about here is that we're gonna use, basically it's gonna break down that we'll use one action to find evidence and another action to analyze the evidence for clues. And that way there's like an actual opportunity cost that you have to like weigh instead of just doing the same thing every single turn.
Festiva says. Blah, 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 blah,
Hello,
blah, blah, blah.
Festiva. We don't do that here. But how's it going? We are testing out some mechanics. What is that emoji? Oh, is that a hammer? Let's see.
Festiva says. What you mean we don't? Don't tell me that part isn't organic too.
Okay, buddy. You're gonna make me pull up my soundboard. Here it comes. Here we go.
Festiva says. Expand the lore or else.
Okay, we have to raise that volume. Here we go.
Why are you gay?
That's the wrong one.
You are gay.
Why do I have so
Cat with
many
the
different
mouse
things?
says. This emote basically means El Kabong.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
There you go.
Why are you gay?
There you go, Festiva.
Who says I'm gay?
You
are gay.
Festiva says. He's shy about his robussy.
Alright, let's go on this adventure. That is really loud. I wish the things were a little more uniform in sound. Let's see if we can actually do that. Since I'm just kind of dicking around today, let's just troubleshoot on screen, on stream. That's the word, stream. Limiter? Do we need a limiter, maybe? Let's see. Alright, I think that should work better.
Anyway, I have added holding a beanbag to the list of excuses not to draw hands.
Was that last eardrum breaking? It wasn't for me, but the desktop audio thing with the levels that go up when sounds happen
Cat with a mouse says.
was lower.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Let's see. What else do we need? Is the expander perhaps useful here?
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
I don't think that worked. I think
You
that
are
made
gay.
that one worse. Alright, we'll just deal with it.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Alright. So, we're going on this adventure. We gotta roll initiative here. Let's see. We got macros for initiative. Here we go. Maria rolls 53. And we're just gonna keep this initiative for like the entire time. It's gonna be the same initiative. Let's see. Kristoff, 15. He's slow. And Flory gets 37. Alright. So that'll be our turn order here. Okay, so starting off, we're doing a wilderness rescue quest. Let's see, wilderness rescue uses the stats and tables of biome that it takes place in, so we need to bring up the actual biomes here.
Cat with a mouse says, why doesn't our campaign have virtual dice? That way we can confirm rolls.
What? What do you mean virtual dice? They're right here. Do you not have those when you play? Because if not, there's probably something wrong with with something you got set up there.
Cat with a mouse says, you had physical dice rolling on stream. None of us have those.
I actually like have no idea what you're talking about. Also, for some reason, my keyboard has been doing weird things.
The purple dice you have on screen right now.
Yeah, those aren't physical dice. Those are digital dice. They've always been there. If you don't have those, I don't know why. Because I've always had that shit. It just does it when I click on a die roll. But anyways, let's see. Quest turns are in strategic time and take approximately 1 hour. To determine the number of scenes, roll 1d10 and divide by 2. 7 rounded up. Okay, so that's 4 scenes. So this is going to be on the longer side. Finding a new scene takes a number of clues equal to the biome's density. When the players reach a new scene, roll 2d10 to decide what happens to the quarry at the scene. If the first die rolls above the density, compare the second die to the benefits table. Otherwise, compare it to the complications table and play out the complication on the party at the end of the next round. After each turn, the quarry suffers 1 injury, going through 1 talent after another, so the quarry will suffer 4 injuries before taking a second injury in any talent. A normal person has 2 in each talent, so after 5 injuries they become incapacitated. If they aren't found when they suffer the final injury, they are found dead. When a benefit is rolled, reduce the quarry's injuries by 1. When a complication is rolled, increase the quarry's injuries by 1 and roll for a piece of evidence. Alright. So the way we've got the investigation thing is, we're gathering clues, we need to... Let's see, should we start at the first scene or should we... We should probably start at the first scene. Alright, so let's see. What is at the first scene is the question. First die rolls above density. Compare the second die to the benefits table. Okay, we are at density 7, so we rolled a 7 for the first die, and that is not above the density table, so we're going to use the complications table. And we are at a rough path. Alright. And we also roll for a piece of evidence, so 4. Tracking this is going to be kind of weird. Let's see. Let's use some map tokens here.
Cat with a
To
mouse
kind of
says,
track this shit.
I use the advance roller when we play, that could be why. Not sure why it doesn't work for the other guys either.
Yeah, that might have something to do with it. Maybe. Maps, map tokens, there we go. Okay, so first scene. Let's put this in the tooltip here. We've got a rough path. And the piece of evidence is bird calls. So the thing we're dealing with here is each kind of thing that you can investigate allows for different skills to be used to inspect it. So let's see, we're also in a nature area, and this will be our first scene. Why isn't it showing up on the tooltip? Come on, show. Alright, now we can see it. So this is our starting thing. So nature is a thing that we'll always be able to use because that's just the nature of the scene. So we've always got natural things to inspect with the nature skill. And we're also dealing with a place with a rough path. So this person that we're tracking down has been going through some rough terrain. So that means we can use athletics to inspect things as well. And that'll get a bonus. Actually, evidence should probably be the only thing that gets an actual bonus. We'll make that a neutral thing. But then we're also hearing bird calls off in the distance. And that is our piece of evidence. So let's see, Maria. Let's see, we have to check out her stats here. Maria, Flory, Kristoff. Alright. I got all these guys open now. And of course, we can't see shit half the time. go. Alright, so Flory, let's see, she's got 2 in nature. She's got 2 in athletics, so we could do either. And inspections are an intelligence roll. She only has 2 in intellect. So let's inspect the scene itself with nature. Let's see, 1, 5, 10, and 6. That is only 2 successes, 2 clues here. Alright, she can see some signs of passage here. Get a general direction of where this person has gone. Now, Flory is next up. We should probably swap them around here so it's easier to remember the turn order. Alright, Flory, let's see. What does she have available? She has 3 nature. Still only 2 intellect though. What? Oh, let's see, what does the actual clue have? Let's see, we could analyze the bird calls, and that would give us a bonus because they are a piece of evidence. So let's do that. So she's got 5d10 to roll. Let's see. Ooh, and it's a good thing she did that. Actually, it probably didn't even matter. 1, 3, 8, 1, and 8. So that's still only 2 clues. Alright, she can tell the direction that they're coming from, and generally. Not enough to move on to a whole new scene. We're just following it in a specific direction. And let's see. Let's go ahead and do a roll to expand the search. So this is sense plus observation. This will help us gather new evidence to analyze, which we can get bonuses for. So let's see. She's got 2 observation and 3 sense, so this is a 5d10. And we will see what we get. Alright. 10, 6, 6, 5, and 4. So, since we're at density 7, that means 7 and up scores a new piece of evidence. So we only get 1 for the twig. Or 1 for the 10, which is broken twigs. Alright, so we'll add that. Broken twigs, I don't know if that's going to be helpful for us. I'm not so sure Kristoff is going to be able to get much anything out of that. Let's see. What does Kristoff do? He's good in melee, but that's not helpful here. Athletics. Persuasion, ranged, nature. Oddly enough, Kristoff, the malicious soldier, is our most intelligent member of the group. Let's see. Athletics and intellect would be the most meaningful ones. That would give us the biggest amount of dice. Let's go with that. Alright, 6, 3, 3, 3, and 10. Okay, still only 2 clues. We're close though. Close to the next one. Also, I'm thinking we could turn up music a tad. I've been forgetting to do the creatures as well. Let's see. We're actually gonna have to bring up their stat pages. Arbo, Squumper, and we've got Clayman here. Let's see.
Cat with a mouse says, sometimes a creature might not want to do anything, especially if it's a vain one.
Nah. So these guys only have 1 intellect, this Arbo. So he's probably not going to be doing a whole lot, but we'll see. Okay, he scored 2 rolls. Two successes. Which is in fact enough to get us to the next scene. However, since we rolled a rough path, we actually have to play out that complication. Let's see, I do have it here, right? Yeah. So let's see, what are we rolling? Fitness plus athletics? Actually, I'm not even... Not even sure if this is the best way to go about that. It's supposed to have a complexity of equal to the pressure, but we don't have any pressure built up right now. We haven't even gone through our first turn. Our first round, rather. So according to what I've got, nothing would happen.
Says, I cast Fireball at the 8th level.
Ponyboy, we don't have any magic items that can cast Fireball. Actually. We're trying to figure out how to adjudicate a rough path right now.
Ponyboy Horse says, 1984.
Let's see. Let's actually put to use some of these secondary defensive stats, like our saving throw analogs. We've got vigor for all these guys. So let's have the environment roll against their vigor. So let's see. Let's make it density. This is almost guaranteed to succeed. 6, 8, 2, 10, 3, 8, 2. Alright. Traversing the rough path causes them all to lose 1 point of stamina. as they come into their next scene. So Arbo is going to use his second action this turn to progress to the next scene. Let's get this one and we'll roll for what we find at this place. 10, 6, and 8. Okay, so this is not a
Ponyboy Horse
complication.
says, "Put me in, coach, I'm ready."
No, Ponyboy, it's solo playtesting. I'm playing with myself today. Besides, you haven't made a character yet.
Ponyboy Horse says, "I am built different."
Let's see. So we rolled a 10, that means...
Ponyboy Horse says, "Also don't play with yourself on stream."
Since that is over the density, that means we get...
Adam says, "Can you load a Petrock into a slingshot?"
A Petrock might be a little big for that. They're not exactly handheld guys. So we get a 6th. So the quarry here has crossed a hazard. We're still in nature. Not crossed a hazard. And then the evidence is a dropped item. Okay, what did they drop, I wonder? I didn't make specific things, but they dropped an item. And let's see. We'll finish up the creatures here. Squumper, what does Squumper have? What does Squumper got?
What the dog doing?
Squumper, of course, only has 1 intellect. So let's see. We probably don't want to waste that on analyzing a specific clue. But we're just going to use the environment, I think. So let's see. Where's Flurry and what is her nature? 3? Okay, so this is 4d10. Eight, 9, 5, and 3. Okay, so 8 and 9 are scores. 2 clues. And Clayman here, I think would have more than 1 intellect. He has 2 intellect, so he's about as smart as as the ladies. Let's see. And what is Kristoff actually good at? Let's see, athletics, conjuring, melee, nature, persuasion, range. Athletics might be good for the crossing of the hazard. Let's see. We can only analyze it 1 time, I think, is what we need to be all about here. I'm trying to balance things in real time and adjust my rules, and it's screwing with my brain. Let's do it. 6, 1, 9, and 7. Okay, that's 2 successes. Nope, wrong thing to click on. We're consistently rolling a couple successes. Like every time. And it's driving me crazy. It feels like it shouldn't be this easy. So let's see. That altogether is the first round, so we have one round passed. 1 hour of search. And we are back up to Maria's turn. And let's see. Maria, of course, can always fall back on nature for her rolls. But first, let's... Actually, she sucks at observation.
Says, what if Christoph the malicious soldier found out Flory the malicious scout was cheating on him with Maria in the middle of combat and it became a whole thing where they fight each other?
I mean... That's up to roleplay. We're kind of testing out game mechanics here. But if that's your headcanon, then by all means, go ahead and run with that. I expect fanfiction on my desk by 8 PM tomorrow, by the time the stream starts for the art stream. I'd better see it right now. I'd better see fanfiction on my desk. By the time we start stream tomorrow, I'd better see drama. I'd better see Flory and Maria pulling each other's hair.
Ponyboy Horse says, we need to test out the inter-party romantic dynamics play out in the middle of combat.
Anyways, I was going to search for clues. So 7, 3, and 6. That's one success. So what clue do we find? Let's see. Or what evidence do we find, rather? Footprints, okay. Maria does a thorough look around and finds some footprints. So let's see. Does that actually help us all? She does have athletics, which will get a bonus when analyzing footprints. So let's go ahead and do that. She'll roll intellect plus athletics, that's 40-10. And she'll get a +2 roll modifier. 4, 10, 8, and 1. The roll modifier didn't matter at all. That's 1, 2, 3. That's actually enough clues to get us to progress to the next scene already. But she's used up both her actions, so it's up to Flory to progress us to the next scene. So that's what we're gonna do. So she will use her action. We'll roll 3d10 here to see what the next scene is. 8, 6, and 9. Alright. 8 is another benefit. 6. Crossed another hazard. Okay. Okay, so she, the quarry has jumped across a stream or climbed something or something like that. And then 9 is the piece of evidence. Some dropped food. And we don't have any additional evidence on this one, so...
Ponyboy Horse says, in my headcanon, while Christoph and Flory are arguing, Maria takes advantage and attacks Flory with a sneak attack.
Well, that's not very good teamwork. They're never gonna find their quarry like that. Anyway, Flory now has her chance to do her analysis roll. Let's see, what have we got? crossed hazard, which is in athletics things, dropped food, which would probably be healing or nature.
Cat with a mouse says, "Come on, pony, don't pull an Orion Ichabod on us."
I don't know what that is. Let's see. Dropped food, if we use nature to analyze the dropped food, I think that'll give us a bonus. Which will be a good idea. It'll take the food off the table for future
Bonaboy
analysis.
Horse says, Christoph also attacks Flory because she's a cheating hoe, but as she's dying, she uses her turn to hold off the enemy, making Christoph forgive her.
Oh man, we keep getting these rolls where like all the bonuses I'm going for just don't matter. 4, 1, 2, 2, 8. That's one success. No matter what bonuses we had.
The Animated Moon says, "Afternoon.
Hey there! How's it going, Animated Moon?
Cat with a mouse says, Orion Ichabod was an original Critical Role player who got kicked off because of his antagonistic nature, metagaming, and on-stream cheating."
Ah, I see.
Bonaboy Horse says,
Alright, Flory's
but
turn is
Maria
done.
still wants Christoph for
No, wait.
herself, so she joins the enemy to attack Flory to finish her, but Christoph jumps in to protect Flory, making Maria fight her love to win his love. The Animated Moon says, "Goes pretty good, long time no chat."
Yeah, nice to see you hanging around, Animated Moon. We are trying to figure out if my game mechanics actually function. And Ponyboy, you're supposed to write out the fanfiction on stream, off stream, rather, and hand it in before the stream tomorrow. Not put it all in chat and make Geronimo read it like an AI slave for your audiobook. I keep forgetting to have the Crytures act, so we need to go back and do that. So Arbo, let's see. Arbo's only got 1 intellect, of course.
Bonaboy Horse says, "Geronimo must read my romantic love triangle fanfiction."
Let's see. We're just gonna go with nature. One, 5, and 9. That's 1 success. And Squumper. Squumper, I think, is basically the same thing. Except Flory has much more nature. Well, not much more. She has 1 more. So he gets to roll 4d10. 5, 9, 5, and 5. Okay, that's only 1 success still. And Flory's turn is over now. Now we've already analyzed the drop food, so we can't do that. Christoph, let's see, what's Christoph good at here? Christoph's got athletics, and he's pretty smart. So if we combine those to analyze the path over the hazard that they crossed, I can do 5d10 here. Let's see, 6, 1, 5, 5, and 10. That is 2 successes. We're up to 5. We need 7 here. He is going to go ahead and also, let's see. Might as well, I guess. Let's see, we will. Search for more evidence. 6, 9, and 3. Okay, that's 1 success. What do we find here? More dropped food. Okay. I don't think that's going to be super helpful for us, since Clayman is the next guy in the turn. Let's see, he's got 2 intellect. Kristoff has 1 nature, no healing. Alright, let's roll 3d10 and get the bonus for it, since we're probably going to... We're not moving to the next scene yet, guys. We're not moving to the next scene. He scored no successes. Let's see, what is his sense, though? He's got 3 sense, so he can... go ahead and make a roll to find more evidence. He scores 1. We got 1 piece of evidence. A dropped item. But he's already used all his actions, so we're going to put another turn on there, and we are going to roll for a complication here. 1 in 10. Yep, that's a complication. In fact, that is a creature encounter. Wow, a creature encounter while we're playing Crytures? Who would have guessed? Let's see. What kind of creatures are we dealing with? Nardian? Man, I have not used these things. Hopefully they actually are here. Two, 9 for the hostility, and 2 for the danger. So these things are quite hostile, but there's not a whole lot of them. Let's see. There he is. I was wondering if he was even on the website yet. He is a little bare bones. We don't have a full injury for him, but we do have stats. And he is only 1 danger. Okay, so a 2 corresponds to density -2, so we've got 5 danger in total, so that's 5 of these things. Alright, guys. Now we get to play things out with the skirmish rules. Let's see, Maria's a ranger, so we want her in the back line. Actually, we want all the creatures in the front line. And Kristoff, he can be there too. Put the ladies in the back of the bus. Alright. What do we get for the initiative on these guys? That is the question. Speed of 4, so let's roll 4d10. 24.
Winding streams with laughter laced.
Alright. We're already here. Maria gets to go first, so she is going to take her recurve bow and take a shot at this guy here. Let's see, that's against deflection. So we're looking for a 6. We got 2, 1, 6, 8, 4, 7, 7, 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. For 3 damage per hit. So 12 damage. These guys are actually fairly beefy in the hit points. That might be a problem. Alright, then Arbo gets to act. Arbo is going to engage the same one. And he's gonna pummel that thing. Let's see, they are vulnerable to martial attacks, so this gets a bonus. Not that it's gonna matter much. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. Another 12 damage. And it is slowed. I don't know if that's actually gonna make a big difference in the... what do you call it? The skirmish rules. Flurry's up next. Alright, let's see. She should probably also focus fire on the same guy with her own bow. Let's see, 8, 6, 3, 2, 4, 3, 7. That's 3 successes. So that's only 9 damage. He is getting down there, but not down yet. And let's see, Flurry has Squumper. We want to make sure these things don't get through the back line, so we're going to have him engage another one. Let's see, what does Squumper have? Squumper's got Shield Bash, which is a martial attack, which is good against these things, so we're going to roll for that. So that's quite a few hits. 5, 8, 8, 5, 3, 10, and 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits. 18 damage. And the target becomes distracted.
Jez the Owling says, "You made a game."
Made a game. I've been making a game. We're playtesting our tabletop RPG here. Well, welcome back. I'm just kind of screwing around and seeing if my mechanics are actually working tonight. Let's see. Next up is the enemies. Okay. So these guys can't engage the back line until everybody in the front line is engaged. So we're gonna go ahead and do that here. He's going to engage Clayman. And we'll go ahead and throw an icy blade at him. Let's see, is Clayman weak to any of this? He is. He's vulnerable to ice. Okay.
Jez the Owling says, "I'm still relatively new, so I was unaware."
Yeah, now all the art I do is for this kind of game that we're working on. Let's see. So let's see, what's Clayman's deflection? 7? Okay, that is 3 successes, 3 hits, 3 damage per hit, so he takes 9 damage, and he gets a crit, so that's a slow, which again probably is not going to matter in this set of rules I'm using here. Oh, we did him. Now we got this one. Let's see, again we'll throw out the icy blade against Arbo. Is this Arbo? Yeah, that's Arbo. Okay, we're looking at 6 deflection. I roll 7, 9, 9, 8, 3, and 3. Okay, so that's 4 hits. 12 damage to Arbo.
Ponyboy Horse says, I roll to seduce Maria cause she a hoe.
Ponyboy, you haven't even made a character yet. Come back when you have a character sheet all filled out. And we're running an actual session with people. Where Maria will not be because she's a solo campaign character. Also, I just remembered I had McDonald's to eat. Next guy. Let's see, Squumper is also a construct, so he is vulnerable to ice as well. He has a deflection of 6, that means he gets hit on 4 or higher. And we got 8, 8, 5, 7, 8, 1. 5 hits, 15 damage. And let's see, this guy's next. Alright, this guy gets to engage Kristoff here. Actually, let's get all these things kind of consolidated here.
Adam says, what's your strategy at the moment?
I have no idea. We're gonna focus fire is the main strategy we just go for every time. Let's see. What is Kristoff's deflection? That is the question. Kristoff has 6 deflection like a lot of the other frontline guys. But no weakness, so let's see. 7, 1, 4, 6, 9, and 3, so that's 1, 2, 3 hits. 3 damage per hit means 9 damage. And one guy left. This guy is going to slip around the back now that the front line is engaged and go for Flory back here. Let's see. Flory has 6 deflection as well. He rolls 6, 2, 1, 8, 2, and 9. So 1, 2, and 3 hits. 9 damage to her. And all those guys are gone, so it's finally Kristoff and his claimant's turn. Kristoff got the big weapons. So he's already engaged with this thing, so he can't really do much besides attack it. So that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna bring out the
Cat with the
phasing
mouse
great
says,
axe.
Just realized that you're whale hunting. Crytures or no, your party might have to deal with some Cryture rights groups.
Hey man, they attacked us. Let's see. Deflection is 6 on these guys. You got 3, 6, 1, 7, 1, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. And he's doing 4 damage per hit, so that's 4 times 4. That's 16 damage. Unfortunately, it's not focused on the right creature. Also, let's see. Let's see, these things are vulnerable to Martial, but not Construct. Alright, that means...
Ponyboy Horse says, I rolled. I got an 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, and 9. Adam says,
let's see.
Crytures reincarnate, so it's okay.
I guess we're doing a rigid slam here against this thing that it's engaged with. Let's see, we got 8, 6, 5, 3, 2, 8, 2. That's 1, 2... Only 3 hits. Dang. 9 damage. We're seeing some very milquetoast rolls this time around. Usually things get really swingy really fast. But not
Cat
this
with the
time.
mouse says, Pony just summoned a demon known only as Jenny.
I have no idea what that is. What are you guys even talking about? Maybe don't tell me. I don't know. Do I want to know? But anyways, Maria's turn. She's not knocking an arrow in her recurve bow and taking a shot at the thing she was shooting at before. Let's see. We're shooting for 6, 6, 8, 2, 4, 1, 3, 9, and 2. So that's 3 hits. Again with the 3 hits.
Cat with a Mouse
And
says,
Arbo.
it's a Tommy 2-tune song. Jenny, 867
Oh, 8675309. I get you. All right. Well, Arbo is about to take this thing out. He's got martial attacks, and they are weak to it. And he rolled a double 10. 10, 10, 8, 6, 5, 7, and 2. He rolled more hits than he rolled dice. Great. Wow. 9 damage would have taken that one out, but no, we had to blow the big rolls on the thing that's almost dead. All right. That one's dead. And it's Flory's turn. Flory, what the hell are you doing? You are engaged in melee, actually. That means she's gonna have to whip out the dagger and do something with that, I guess. Or she could use her turn to disengage. She's not slowed, so she will disengage and go ahead and take a shot with that recurve bow. At the thing that's trying to get at her. Let's see. 2, 7, 7, 10, 7, 8, 5. That's actually a pretty good roll. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits. 3 damage per hit means 18 damage. No, 18, not 8. Alright. That's much better than 9 damage. Then Squumper over here is going to have to do his thing. He's got the martial attacks too, so he's going to shield bash for an extra bonus. Let's see, 6, 5, 3, 8, 10, 5, and 3. So 6 deflection with the +2 roll bonus means 4 and up hits, so he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits. And 3 damage per hit means it's 18 damage. Also, he gets to push the target 1 space, so he can force it to disengage, then use a second action to go and engage this thing. So, successfully protected his Conjurer there. Alright, now the Nardians. Let's see, I think this thing is going to gang up on Squumper here. They notice that these guys are weak to their ice attacks, so they're gonna put them on ice. Alright, we're rolling 10, 6, 7, 3, 1, and 9. So 4 and up hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 5 hits. 3 damage per hit means 15 damage. And he is slowed. So no disengagement for him. And this guy is going to, of course, throw the Icy Blade. 4 and up hits, and we got 4, 5, 6, 5, 3, and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5 hits. Squumper is looking in pretty bad shape at this point. So let it not be said that single encounters do not have an effect. Even lower difficulty ones. Now we're taking a shot at Clayman here. We got 6, 8, 3, 5, 5, and 4. I think Clayman has... That's Squumper. Clayman has 7 deflection, so they need 5 or higher. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. That is 12 damage. And the last guy is gonna take a shot at Kristoff. He doesn't roll a single success. Kristoff is buff. He's just shrugging it all off. And it's his turn now. So here we go with the phasing Great Axe. Dang. 6, 10, 4, 1, 2, 9, and 6. Alright. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits. At 4 damage per hit, that is 20 damage. Ouch. And Clayman. Clayman is slowed. He can't do anything but keep hitting back. Let's see. 8, 6, 2, 3, 8, 8, and 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 3 damage per hit. That's 15 damage. Now, actually, Clayman does have a defensive ability. He's got hard body. So he can spend 1 stamina with his second action, and he'll get a little beef to his defenses. Which is something I probably should have been thinking about before. Now we're back around to Maria. This is honestly taking significantly longer than this combat system is supposed to. Maybe it's just because these things are tough. Let's see. We're gonna go with the trusty recurve bow on this guy here. Let's see. Also, we can't attack their weaker defense. All our attacks target deflection. We could be going for evasion if we had any kind of magic, but we do not. Anyways, we got 7, 2, 6, 2, 9, 1, 2, and 5. That is 1, 2, 3. 3 hits. 9 damage again. He's down to 5 health. That's prime range for binding crystal time. Let's go ahead and have Arbo engage this one. And he will come to the defense of his Squamper buddy with a full-blown brute strike and spend 1 stamina to do extra damage here. Let's see. Needs 4 or higher to hit. He's got 2, 2, 5, 4, 6, 8, and 4. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits. 4 damage per hit. 20 damage. Pretty big. But it's Flurry up now. Flurry is gonna take her chance with a binding crystal here. Let's see, I need to actually bring up the info on the binding crystals because they're not updated on the in Roll20 yet. Basic binding crystal, let's see, is Conjuring +4 versus Danger +5. Okay, so that's 5d10 against 6 as our target. So we got 2, 6, 4, 7, and 9. Hey, that's good enough. We need 3 successes for the 5 health and the 1 danger, so he is now a bound creature. Bada bang, bada boom. But that is her whole turn, so Squumper's up. He's got a, let's see, Does he have anything else he can really do? Because he's got challenging assault, but that's probably not going to do much. We actually don't want him to get attacked at this point, and that's what that's going to do. Alright. 4 and higher hits, we got 6, 2, 7, 10, 4, 4, and 4. That's a lot of hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 21 damage. He only has 12 health. That thing's down finally. Alright. Now it's time for the Nardians. We should probably make a... what do you call that? Morale check. I rolled a 10, so I guess they're sticking around. Alright. Here comes more icy blades here. We'll need 5 or higher. 5, 6, 9, 8, 9, and 10. That's a lot of hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits. So that's another 21 damage. And this guy over here. 1, 7, 10, 4, 8, and 9. Alright, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 15 damage to Kristoff. He's getting a little low there. And it is their turn now. Alright, let's see. We got 10, 9, 7, 6, 1, 4, and 2. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits. That's 20 damage with his great axe, so that is more than enough to take that thing down. Now, Clayman. Not a whole lot going on here. 7, 2, 1, 7, 4, 1, 9. 1, 2, 3 hits. 9 damage. Alright, we're back around to Maria. Taking a shot with their curvo, we got 6, 2, 1, 10, 2, 6, 2, and 6. Alright. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 15 damage. And Arbo is going to take his turn, come up here, and hopefully finish it off unless we just roll absolutely poorly. Okay, that's enough. 7, 8, 10, 7, 1, 2, 5.
Ponyboy Horse says, I would like to sneak attack Dice Bag with my dagger.
You can't sneak attack Dice Bag. He exists on in the digital realm. So unless you're Bob from Reboot, no luck.
Cat with a Mouse says, I sneak attack Pony to protect Dice Bag.
Do you have a glitch, Ponyboy? That might be before your time, Ponyboy.
Ponyboy Horse says, I am built different.
Alright, now, the unfortunate thing is...
Cat with a Mouse says,
No wait,
I roll to stab his pony nuts.
Alright, roll to stab pony nuts. What's your deflection, Ponyboy? Let's hear it. We got 1, 9, 1, 2, 8, 4, and 4. I think you might have got stabbed in the nuts, Pony Boy. Anyways, back to the search.
Ponyboy Horse says. Deflection. What are you talking about? Anyways, I had McDonald's today and stuff was so expensive. I spent $16 for lunch.
What the hell did you spend $16 on at McDonald's? I got McDonald's and I spent like... what, like... $12 after tax? For a 10-piece McNuggets meal and a McFlurry? Are you taking advantage of the offers in the app?
Ponyboy Horse says. I had a triple cheese, large fry, 4-piece tendies and a soda.
Ponyboy, I think you need to cut back.
Ponyboy Horse says. Yo BTW, McDonald's new tendies slap with the chili sauce.
I've not heard good things about the new tendies.
Ponyboy Horse says. I don't need to cut back, I'm built different.
Okay, buddy. Anyways, let's get back to finding this lost person that we found. That we're trying to find. Maria is up next. We've removed the pressure. So that goes back to 0. And what do we have? We do have the dropped item from last time. What can we use for a dropped item? Lore, would you
Adam
remain in
says,
range?
Can you finish it with a capture?
You mean with a binding crystal? We used the binding crystal to get one of these guys right here. So he is on the team. Although he only has 5 health. Which reminds me, we're gonna have to actually spend a turn healing up our creatures for some of these guys. So let's see. You know what? Maria, I think, is just gonna go with the straight up nature roll. She doesn't really have anything else useful at the moment, so 40-10 to analyze the scene for clues. She rolls 3, 8, 10, and 4. That's 3 successes. Alright, that means she can use her second action to move to the next scene. And it's a complication. There they are. 3. Alright. So at the next scene, see some evidence that they're suffering from wilderness dread. And we also find for evidence more footprints. Alright, so this person's been walking in circles or something. And... oh wait, we need to use Arbo's turn. Let's see... oh, wait a second. We spin a whole turn. So that means we are counting down the clock there. Arbo's got 1 intellect. And Maria has 2 nature. Alright, we'll just roll the straight up nature and intellect roll. He has 1 success. So I got 1 clue here. And now it's a Flory's turn. Flory's actually gonna have to spend some mana and spend some time meditating. So we can heal Squumper back up to full health. So that's gonna be her main action that turn. She will go ahead and, I guess, look for evidence though. So let's see, Sense plus Observation is 5d10. Let's go for it. 3, 10, 2, 8, and 5. Alright, the 10 and the 8 are scores. So what evidence do we find? Broken twigs and a dropped item. Alright, now Squumper can take his turn, which is probably gonna be helpful given that she had to give up her entire clue gathering action. So let's see. We've got footprints, broken twigs, dropped item, and what is Flory actually good at? Observation, she's got 3 in nature, which, let's see, do the twigs give us... yes, they do. We can use the twigs. Gonna have Squumper take a good look at the twigs. He should know a lot about them since he's made out of wood. And he'll get a bonus for that. Let's see, 3, 7, 5, and 4. Okay, the bonus actually comes into play. He scores 2 successes. That might be the first time. And Kristoff gets to take his turn now. Let's see, he will also have to spend an action healing Clayman back up. He's also gonna take like a full turn to rest. He's gonna spend some stamina and top off his own health since he's halfway down. Let's see, Clayman is all that's left. Now, Clayman has 2 intellect, and Kristoff... he's got a couple athletics, which would be helpful in interpreting the footprints. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll roll 40-10. And they'll get a +2 since it's evidence with the proper skill. 1, 5, 2, and 8. Okay, so it's 2 successes with the bonus. Bam, bam. We're getting closer. Well, let's see. That is... They are facing Wilderness Dread here though, so we'll go ahead and play that out here. So we'll roll 7d10 against their insight, which is not very high. So yeah, everybody loses 1 mana. From going a little crazy, being lost in the woods. The trees feel like they're closing in. Making them feel exceptionally uncomfortable being away from civilization and out in the middle of nowhere. And we're back to Maria. Let's see, we've already looked at the footprints and the broken twigs. I don't think the dropped item is going to be very useful. Let's say it does have ranged as a possible one. So I guess with range she can kind of figure out the path of the person as the object was dropped is the reasoning there. And she do have good range. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll roll 5d10. Take a look at this dropped item, and we'll get a bonus for that. And oh yeah, that's way more than we need. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 3. With the +2, that's 4 successes. Alright. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to count down the clock. So she can use her next action to come to the final scene, and this is where we actually find the person at. So we've got the person here. The person's got 3 injuries. We'll have to see if I don't think anybody's actually good at healing injuries in this whole team, which is a problem I had in the last time I tested this out, and I didn't think to maybe include somebody who had the healing skill. This time, I just went with whatever. But we can make some rolls. Let's see. 3 injuries means we need to score 3 successes to heal 1 injury. Otherwise, we're gonna have to drag them back to civilization. So let's see. Flory is the one whose turn it actually is. I think healing is an intellect roll to heal an injury. So that's not very good. She is not very good at that. Yeah, she doesn't even have enough dice to succeed. So we're gonna have to give Kristoff a try. Let's see, Kristoff at least has 3 intellect. Let's see if he gets lucky. Oh, so close. 3, 10, and 3. Which I'm not sure how we're getting 3s out of these 2 dice. What is this? Okay, I see how. They're totally on the edge. They're almost 9s right there. Which would have gotten us there. 9s would have gotten us there, but no. Okay. Alright, well, we spent some time trying to heal this person. So we're gonna have to roll for a complication. 2, 5, and 9. Yep, that's a complication. I believe, I think. Yeah, that's a complication. What's a 5 on the complication table? A stinger nest. Oh boy! Somebody's gone off and angered a nest of bees. Let's go ahead and roll 3d10 against everyone's reactions. And we'll see how much damage people take. So Maria's got 4. It rolls 6, 1, and 5, so she takes 10 damage. Let's see, what's her Squumper get? Or not Squumper. Arbo. He's got 4 agility. So he's got a lot more resistance to this. Actually, he has the same. Never mind. Flory. What has she got? Same number. And Squumper. Squumper only has 1 agility. So he actually takes 15 damage. Kristoff, let's see. He's only got 2 reactions. That still means he only takes 10 damage. And Clayman. It's 2 agility. Alright. Same 10 damage. That's fun. We still gotta carry the person back. Because we're not sticking around to try and luck our way into healing their injuries so they can walk back with us. So Kristoff is going to have to carry the person, and everybody else gets to look for, navigate their way back. So navigation is going to be sense plus nature, which is a much more forgiving roll for most of these characters. Alright, 10, 9, 9, 3, and 6. That is 4 successes. Alright. We're over halfway there already. They're not very good at deciphering clues, but damn, they know their way around the woods. Let's see, what's Arbo got? Arbo's only got 2 cents. So he gets 4d10. 3, 4, 8, and 1, so that's 1 clue. And let's see. Flory next. Flory's got 3 nature and 3 sense, so she gets a whole 6 dice. 4, 3, 2, 8, 2, and 1. Well, that's not very good for being the best navigator on the group. Only one success. And Squumper has 1 sense, so he only gets to roll 4d10. And he scores a 10. 4, 10, 9, and 7. That does enough to get them back. Okay. Alright. That was not too bad. I feel like I missed out on something that probably would have made the whole resource management and the time management a little tighter. I feel like I need to get stricter about enforcing the rules and define them better for how they're when and how things are supposed to be happening. So if the quarry, if we had taken one more turn, then the quarry would have been dead when we found them. So I think that's a pretty good balance act right there. Even though I thought we were gonna going through it pretty quick in the beginning, it kind of petered out. Main problem is trying to keep track of all the different stats and stuff. I think having the clues and as like additional things that you can kind of throw other skills at and get use out of those is kind of nice to have. What do y'all think about that? Do I have anybody still hanging out? What do you think about the evidence system where we got different things that you can uncover at the at each scene, and some of them give you different bonuses for each of the different skills that you can use? My main worry is that it's hard to keep track of. I feel like you end up spending a lot of time on decision making that might not be best for the flow of gameplay. But as a pure numbers thing, I think we're doing alright with the system as it is. Maybe we could tighten it up and make it so like looking for new evidence actually costs the same action as analyzing for clues. But then what would you do with the second action even? We'd be back to square one where the second action is just used for like moving between scenes or like getting bonuses for alertness and stuff. Let's see, we haven't really been streaming that long. Maybe we should start writing some lore or something now that we got the playtesting out of the way. It just forced me to sit down and write. Let's see. Here we go. Let's move over to a different thing. Different screen here. Let's get up the Google Docs window here. There we go. Let's put all this stuff on the people of Crytures into like some kind of actual paragraph format. I'll do some live writing. Actually, let's first off, we should give like a summary of what the Vale Dwellers here are in general. Nomadic natives who populate the Vivid Vale. That'll be their main descriptor. Let's see. Vale Dwellers. Thick, sandy brown hair. Their eyes are blue hues. Without distinct pupils. All right. Lifestyle. Vale Dwellers live nomadic lives where they move from place to place, setting up camps to gather resources before moving on their way to find greener pastures Veiled Dwellers. Veiled Dwellers view creatures as dangerous and mythical. As they're seen as an unknowable danger that lurks in the wilderness. Mythic creatures. Let's see. Veiled Dwellers see mythic creatures as legendary.
Mildray Them says. Monkray.
Oh, hello.
Orlando Zoom says. Howdy.
Mildra, how's it going? Thank you for the raid. I was doing some playtesting earlier, but we're kind of working on lore right now for the game. Hello everybody, this is Crytures we're working on. It's my monster collecting tabletop RPG, and we're kind of working on some cultures at the moment. Doing a little world building. Right now we're working on the tribal natives of the Vivid Vale. And I've got a lot of the lore for people groups kind of fleshed out in a just a bullet point format, and I'm just putting that into paragraphs right now. Let's see. Veiled Dwellers see mythic creatures as legendary beings, obviously. I'm not super great with, like, writing. So, a lot of this is a little bit, racking my brain to come up with good ways to actually put this into words. Fun. I love writing, guys. I love writing. That's a lie. I hate writing. Writing is awful. I would much rather be drawing. I'd rather be drawing and doing anything but writing. We'll be drawing tomorrow. We usually do art streams on Saturday. Well, this is just a little bonus thing that I'm doing because I got the night off. Let's see.
Cat with a mouse says. As long as the point come across clearly, the writing itself shouldn't matter.
But I gotta have my fancy good writing here. We can't have it sound like ChatGPT or some shit. Let's see. Veiled Dwellers see mythic creatures as legendary beings that are completely What's another word for... The word I'm thinking of right here is divorced, but I don't want to use that one. That doesn't sound right. Let's get out of thesaurus. Divorce synonym. Let's see. Separated. Detached.
Cat with a mouse says. Human thesaurus at your service. How about separated?
Human thesaurus is slower. Perhaps distant would be good. There we go. Veil dwellers see mythic creatures as legendary beings that are completely distant from humans in terms of power. If they are seen, it's always a sign to run. Alright. Now, how they view conjurers here. Well, dwellers think of conjurers as strange and powerful humans for their command over creatures. Whoops. Tried to make more room on the page, and that is not the right way to do it. Let's see. Magic. Well, dwellers are not very familiar with magic. A wondrous thing that only shamans can comprehend. There we go. Veil dwellers are not very... Missed that there. Not very familiar with magic. They see it as a wondrous thing that only shamans can comprehend. Food and agriculture. Let's see. Veil dwellers. Veil dwellers subsist on whatever they can gather from the veil. Let's say forage. Hunt or forage from the Vale. Common foods include... Actually, let's just change that to a such as. Wild fruits and berries. Fowl meat and eggs. Tree winks and honey. All right. Alright, on to the sea folk here. Sea folk have thick, wavy hair. In dark colors with a green or bluish tint. Their eyes tend to be cool colors and have specks or patterns of secondary colors. There we go. Sea folk have pale yellowish skin with thick wavy hair and dark colors of green or bluish tint. Their eyes tend to be cool colors and have specks of patterns of secondary colors in them. I said that. Let's see, lifestyle. Sea folk were among the first people to build settlements. They congregated around the coasts and waterways. They have adapted to a more urban life.
Cat with a mouse says, "Time for me to duck out for the night. See you tomorrow for the art."
Alright. We'll see you tomorrow, Cat. Thanks for hanging out. have adapted to a more urban life with many tradesmen, artisans, and merchants. Creatures. As some of the first people to bind creatures, they are used to their presence in everyday life. However, they sometimes underestimate the danger and hostility of wild creatures. Sometimes underestimate how dangerous and hostile can be in the wild. There we go. As some of the first people to bind creatures, they are used to their presence in everyday life. However, they sometimes underestimate how dangerous and hostile creatures can be in the wild. Mythic creatures. Sea folk have been familiar with have seen mythic creatures be bound for much of their say several generations. I've seen mythic creatures be bound for several generations. They see them with less mystery and more as a status symbol. Of the distant ruling nobility. All right, conjurers. Sea folk view conjuring as how do we put this? They were some of the first people to use conjuring, so we want to make that important, but I'm wondering how to phrase that. as something they collectively get credit for discovering. Conjurers are viewed seen as a high status profession and a guaranteed path to success. There we go. Let's see, magic. Sea folk are highly familiar with magic. They don't see it as particularly mystical, but rather as a profession for learned academics. Let's see. Sea folk heavily utilize the coasts and waterways in gathering and producing food. Let's see. What is the word I'm looking for here? Is it hydroponics? A method of growing plants in water rather than soil. Okay, yeah. They may use hydroponics to farm semi-aquatic sub-creatures such as salt blooms, clams, and oysters. Or fish. Is there a different word for fishing? Oh man, I love thesauruses. You look up fishing and it says, as in fumbling. No, I mean the normal way of using the word fishing. Not as in the colloquial way. What the hell is going on outside? Okay, let's try looking up. Another term for fishing. Angling. Trawling. Ah, trawling, that's a good one. Trawling. That's specifically net-based, which is how I imagine it, given that this dude does have a net. For fish. Shrimp or crabs. All right. Alright, I think I've gone on long enough for this stream. We're gonna stop here with the Sea Folk. Maybe I'll keep working on this for a bit after I take a little break. But we'll see how it is tomorrow when we come back with the art stream as usual. So, with that said, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Opsum says. Here.